We are live. It's that time of the week, so you know what to expect. It is time for the FGTN show. Thank you all for tuning in. If you are here live, drop in the comments. I always love seeing who's here, saying hi to a few of you. So drop it down in there. Let me know who's tuning in. And if you're on the replay squad, let me know. Drop a comment, something about the show that you're excited about, something that you saw, that you love, that you didn't love. Just comment anything. I really love seeing who's all engaging in the show. And boy, when we talk about shows, we have got a good show packed for tonight. We've got the Minneapolis Boat Show going on as we speak. It technically ended an hour and a half ago for tonight, but it will be back on tomorrow. Started yesterday. It's going through the weekend. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I went to it today. Got some video clips we'll kind of walk through. We've got if you live in a certain area, you can actually check out and fish in a skid house for free. Believe it or not, it was actually inspired by Canada. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. There is a product that some of us have been waiting very patiently for that is now available. In fact, it's sitting right next to me here that I can't wait to show you. And we're going to talk about deals. There's a few deals going on, some that are still going on that have been going on for a little while, some new deals, some things that we were going to talk about here. And then, of course, as we like to do, we're going to wrap up with a few viewer questions that were submitted to the Ask a Question forum. If you have any questions that you'd love to see featured in this show, and added in, hopefully one of the few that I answer, I try to answer between 2 to 5 questions at the end of the show every single week if I can. There is a link down below, or you can go to email question@fgtnshow.com and get it submitted there. Either way, I will check for a few of them before the next week's show. Otherwise, drop them down in the comments too. I sometimes pull them out of there too. So without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in. We've got Rob Sweeney. What's up? What's up? We got Charles in the house with the member. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. A great video comparison between the Garmin and the Lowrance. Yes. The Garmin Panoptix PS22 ice fishing bundle was released at ICAST earlier this year. And of course, this is the first ice season with it. So a lot of people were interested in how well it works. And the Eagle Eye was also released at ICAST. I did a comparison video I posted earlier today. So if you're interested in checking out, it is on the channel. I've got more coming in terms of comparisons between those two units. And then I'm going to do a final kind of wrap-up review on the PS22, the ice fishing bundle from Garmin. And then I'm going to never use it again and just try to sell it on Marketplace and get a couple bucks back for it because I just can't see myself using that thing long term. Those things are crazy expensive for what they are. Eagle Eye. I'm keeping the Eagle Eye. The Eagle Eye is like my whole hopping. That thing weighs less than 10 pounds. It's crazy. Anyways, yes, let's keep going. OTC Outdoor Adventures. Nice to see you here. Just finished the comparison video. I love it. Love it. See, we're a little bit late. It's going to kind of be a thing where I try to start at 10 o'clock on Friday nights, but otherwise we'll start a little bit late. But you know what? It'll be there for the replay. I know a lot of people tune into the replay, so really appreciate it. All right. What is this boat show that we're talking about? Well, let me tell you. So the Minneapolis Boat Show started yesterday, January 23rd, and it goes through the 26th. I found out this is the largest boat show in the Midwest of the United States. Pretty cool, right? I went to it. It is freaking massive. I was definitely overwhelmed. I like looking at boats. Like, I love looking at boats, but like, my gosh, there is so many boats. Like, if you like looking at boats, go to this boat show. Specifically spent a lot of my time looking at like the vendors around the outside and then up the middle where there's kind of the gear and the technology and kind of the accessories. We're going to talk a little bit about some of those, but the show is going on. If you are interested in going and you're close to Minnesota or you're going to be driving in, because I guess there's a lot of people that travel in to come to this boat show. Like, there are boats there that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then there are boats there that cost hundreds of dollars. So they've got everything. They don't have any used boats there. Everything is new, but they've got everything from paddle boards and kayaks and those types of things there. Not a ton around the kayaks, but they do have some. If you are going, buy your ticket online, super easy to do. You save $2 if you buy online. Here's the website. I'll have everything linked down below that we talk about as always to make it super easy for you. Use the links if you can because sometimes they help out the channel as well. This will not, but use the link down below after the stream is over, and I will get those links in there. $2 if you buy your ticket online. So I'll show you like the map here, so you kind of have an idea of what we are talking about. Um, Here we go. Share this tab instead. Boom. All right. This is the convention center. Uh, each of these spaces that you see here has probably so like let me yeah, I don't really have a good example. So the Lund, this Lund booth right here that you see, right? It's like, oh, they've got a small little booth there. No, there's probably 20 boats in this booth, plus a big facility thing in the middle to meet. Because the idea is they want to sell boats to you, obviously, but they've got a ton of different brands here. What I like doing is I walked around the outside here where you've got all these small little things. So you've got like boat lifts, your boat club, they've got dock companies, fine line, lakeshore services. Then across the back, they've got in Elite Marine Innovations, they've got battery companies, bunkhouse boats, they've got outfitters, leaf filters at every um, convention center type show like in the world, I think. Weeder's Digest is there. Cutco is there. Paddle North, I stopped by. We're gonna talk a little bit about. So, anyways, kind of walking around the outside, and you see kind of some of these small companies. Garmin's there, Lowrance, Humminbird, Sure Step. So, a lot of really cool ones, kind of in these smaller booths. That's kind of where I spent a lot of my time. But yeah. So, anyways, pretty exciting. Let me share this guy. So these are just a few clips that I threw together. What's up, Skip? Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. These are just a couple of clips just that I took at the show. So this is how big this thing is, right? So I was just pointing down this way. This is like I'm standing. Well, I'll pan all the way around, so you'll see how close I am to the wall over here. But like, look at how far down this goes. Like insane. Like these are all boats in here. This whole area is all boats on the inside here. And then you can see it kind of goes and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes. One of the spots that I stopped first was in the Sea-Doo booth. This is brand new this year. This is called I got to go back to it. This is called the 2025 Switch Fish. So you've probably seen, get a drink here. You've probably seen these boats that they've had out for a couple of years now that are jet powered. Well, this is a new model that is built specifically for the fishermen. So I'm going to back it up here a little bit and kind of talk through it. These up here open. So not only do you have a front open gate, you can pull this thing up here and this unlatches and this opens all the way up. So you have a fully open front and back that can fully open up. So if you wanted to dock them together, like whatever you wanted to do, you have full access, which is great. There's a trolling motor that comes with it, and it has a mounting point for it as well. It's the Garmin Force Kraken that comes with it, which is pretty great. You get two Garmin EchoMap screens on here. There's a 7-inch in the front, and then there's a 7-inch, I think, in the cockpit. You've got two boat seats here. One of the other things that's different and unique about this is a live well. So they've got a live well, a fish well live well on the boat here. So you can actually keep either your fish that you're catching or the bait. Pretty freaking awesome. And of course, the cool thing about these is they're fully customizable and they're jet powered, which is great. I think this one has a 270 horsepower motor, I think. You've got a cooler here, and then you've got benches, and you can buy different accessories for here. If you wanted more benches, you could put more benches in, less, you could put less in. Pretty cool. You can put like aqua traction down on the floor. And then you see the cockpit here. It drives like a jet ski in terms of how you control it. And then you can see it's got a Garmin 7-inch screen here. You've got your full canopy kind of top thing on the top. So these things are awesome. They draft in about 19 inches of water, so that's how thin you can get it. But of course, you could turn the motor off and just use the trolling motor up front, and you're going to be able to get into even skinnier water than that. So if you're looking for a bass boat type of person, this could work for you. Not cheap though. There's the Garmin Force Kraken, 20,699. Of course, way that's not the right price. This is something different that we're gonna talk about next. I was like, "Holy crap, that's actually cheap. Let's buy one now." $50,000 plus, freight and prep. So again, MSRP. Hopefully, you get some show specials from the different dealers. This is 230 horsepower, 21-foot long. They do have, I think, an 18-foot version that you can get 170 horsepower. Obviously, gonna be a little bit less money. So this is definitely not like the cheapest boat in the world, but they are pretty freaking awesome. So if you're interested in checking that out, I thought that was pretty cool. I've always had my eye on them, but that's expensive, just kind of like any boat is. But this guy right here, I wanted to show you. This is the 2025 Fish Pro Trophy 170. So this is a jet ski. If you haven't seen it, this is $21,000 plus the freight and prep. This is not new this year. This one is not new. They have an Apex unit that is new this year, but they didn't actually even have it at the show. But it is a jet ski. You've got rod holders. You've got this cooler on the back. And then this seat here can actually swivel around in the 360-degree air zone. So that way you can actually fish anywhere off of it. It's super stable, so you're not going to like fall off. You've got huge pockets here, so you could actually stand and fish. You could stand on this back deck and fish if you want to. And then, of course, it works like a jet ski. So, in terms of like portability on the water and being able to fish in like skinny water or out wherever, this is 170 horsepower. The Apex that they have is a 300 horsepower jet ski. That is, again, it's the Fish Pro series, so it's all geared around fishing. You've got a Garmin unit. And I think they said that they have a 9-inch screen on the Apex series. So pretty awesome. And like 300 horses, that thing is going to move. So these things are obviously pretty sweet. But again, not super cheap, $21,000. Couple of the boats that I was actually really impressed by. If you don't know, I totaled out my boat this year. So in the spring, I'm either going to be looking at getting another boat or I'm going to be getting maybe back into the kayak stuff. I kind of miss the kayak fishing this year. Might get a fully loaded kayak or might go back to the boat route. I'm not buying a brand new boat, right? I don't have that brand new boat money, but I love seeing what's out there new for boats. And one of the brands that I saw was a Lumacraft, and they've got the competition. Is it competition or competitor? The competitor. So the 195 or the 185 looked pretty awesome. Otherwise, they also had the trophy 195 and 185. They look like probably the most impressive boats that I saw there in terms of kind of the hybrid for somebody that wants to do fishing, but then also usability. Again, like there's going to be so many people that put videos out on all the boats that are out there. And if you want to get into looking at boats, there's a lot of content out there. So I didn't want to bore you with that. Otherwise, we'd be here literally all night just talking about boats. And comment down below if you want to do that, and we can maybe do another stream on that later on. But Paddle North, I stopped by, and these things are like paddle boards, right? Paddle boats, but they're all inflatable, which is great. They've got 2 canoes that you can see back here. I'm sorry, not canoes, 2 kayaks that you can see back here that I check out, I think after this, but they've got a ton of different things. I really like the design of these. Obviously, this wouldn't be my primary, but to have a super lightweight kayak like one of these, this one's 12 feet long, and I think the other one is 10 feet long. These guys right here, pretty awesome, super stable. I think that this top one has I think he said a 400-pound capacity, and the bigger one that's down below, which is 12 feet long, 650 pounds of capacity. This is inflatable, right? So it folds up. I don't know, right here. It goes into this bag when you deflate it. It takes about 10 minutes to inflate. It's on sale for $1,100 at the show, and this top one is $900 at the show. Pretty awesome if you're looking for something just to kind of get out and paddle. Uh, the tie, right? I had a tie this last year, so I had to check out what the latest and greatest was for ties. This is the 1975, which is a little bit bigger than the one that I had, but these things look incredible. They did have a fiberglass tie there as well, but I mean, this is like the perfect all around from Lund in terms of fishing and kind of entertainment and going out with the family type vibes as well, where you've got the cushions up in the bow. Really a good multi-unit boat. Canvas works. If you've got a boat, this is something that you might be interested in looking at here. They make covers. Almost all of them are custom covers that they do for boats. But look at this boat cover. It literally like fits it like a glove to a point where you don't actually need straps. You have one belt buckle strap up front and two things in the back. These are there's an extra strap here and here if you want to use them, but this is highway ready already. Like this thing is incredible. I have no clue on the price. I'm sure it's pretty expensive, but you get what you pay for. Pretty awesome. Marine General was at the show. They've got a ton of gear. So Marine General is there, Reed's is there, Thorn Brothers is there as well, and they've got a bunch of fishing stuff there. Not ice fishing, but fishing stuff. And they have show specials anywhere between 5 and 10% off. I will tell you, Marine General has 10% off almost everything there in their booth. So you're going to see things in here like the Eagle Eye is 10% off. So instead of $1,000, take 100 off of that, you're at $900. You gotta buy it at the show is my understanding. You could maybe try giving them a call and saying, "Hey, I was at the show and, I wasn't able to carry it out," and they said, "Just give you a call and you could maybe honor the price." You could try, even if you're in a different state, you could try. Don't tell them I sent you. I don't wanna get in trouble. But Marine General, Thorn Bros, and Reeds were all at the show. Marine General is where I bought you ready for it? You wanna see what I picked up? This guy right here. So I now have the Humminbird Mega Live 2. I'm super stoked about that. In addition to the Explore 9. I wasn't sure where I was going to buy them from, but 10% off, like, I'm not gonna find that deal anywhere else right now, and that way, now I can do a side by side of the Mega Live 2 versus the Garmin Live Scope Plus. So look for more comparisons. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, maybe a good time to do it now, but those are officially out. Thorn Bros doesn't have any more in stock right now. They're getting onesies, twosies, so if you want it and you're looking to get it, buy it as soon as you see it or try to get to the show and get yourself a little bit of a savings because it adds up. The stuff is expensive, right? So anyways, just want to let you know about some of the deals that are going on. They do have the Live Scope Plus ice fishing kit with the 9-inch screen. All of that together is $2,800. That's the Live Scope Plus. And then they do have the ice fishing, the Live Scope for $17.99 is what they told me. The same one that like Shields has. But yeah, so that's that deal. One other thing here that I thought was pretty cool. So the Department of Natural Resources was at the show as well, of course. And I didn't know this is new this year. They started making this book. So this one's in multiple languages. It's in English and in Spanish, but they've got more versions coming. It's an actual storybook about fishing and ice fishing safety for little kids to introduce them to it. They've also got comics and cartoons about fishing and ice fishing and safety around boats, which is pretty cool, all in just different ways to engage with that younger audience to get them, up to speed on what should you do in these situations. And then they've got a coloring and activity book. I just thought this stuff was pretty cool. They do a really good job and they work hard at the DNR to help make sure that people are safe as well. So that was the boat show. If there's anything in particular you want to know about the boat show, please drop down in the comments, let me know, and then I can get back to you, hopefully, if I know the answer. I wasn't sharing anything there, was I? You were just looking at my pretty face. So I'll go back and show you what I was talking about here. Dang it. So the DNR, so what they had were these things here. So this book, so they're printing this in multiple different languages. This is the English and Spanish version of it. And then it's a storybook, right? So like you read a storybook to your kid, which is pretty cool. This is the comic book, cartoons, if you will, which is pretty cool. You can see there's a boat talking about like water safety, what to and not to do, kind of cool stuff. And then the last thing that they have here is the coloring and activity book. So that's kind of all that they had there that I was talking about. Which brings us to our sponsor of the night. It is our members on the channel. So anybody that you see with the cool logo at the end of their name in the chat here, I see Charles is here. Charles has got the cool little logo. That means he's a member of the channel, which means he's supporting the channel and the content by being a member. So I appreciate anybody and everybody that's willing to join the channel. We do some giveaways, some extra stuff, just a little bit, but the primary reason is wanting to support the content to have more come out. You get cool icons, badges, emojis, and more to come in the future. But we will have some sponsors on these shows in the future. Don't worry, it's not going to be fishing gear and tech brands because I will not do sponsorships with any of them because otherwise it makes it hard to actually review content because then it's just an ad, right? But for now, the members are supporting the channel. All right, one of the other key topics that we want to talk about tonight is this ice house right here. Doesn't it look really sweet? Well, guess what? If you are somebody that lives in Red Lake River in Crookston, you can actually use this for free. So it's a 6 by 12 foot fish house. It's made by um they had the name of the company that made it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know the name of it. Illuminite, I think. But anyways, it is a skid house that they have heated. They have fishing gear in it. They've got a bunch of different things in it. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit bigger. So they talk about like there's a lot of advertisement and stuff in here around like the state and fishing and the birds and whatever. They've got holes in it. This is on the river. And then they've got rods in here already rigged up. Bait, you go to the Ace Hardware store that's local there and then you can get bait. They pay for the bait. It's all part of a foundation that is a nonprofit focused on getting kids outdoors. That's the name of the nonprofit. And Fred Parnow is the guy that's helping organize and run this. It's an aluminum fish house that has 6 holes and can be reserved by calling so many ads, the Ace Hardware in Crookston. So how cool is that? They said that they were not incentivized, but inspired by Manitoba. When in Manitoba about a year ago, he was attending an ice fishing show in Winnipeg and learned about the Lockport Ice Fishing Village, which I know nothing about, but it sounds pretty cool. It's set up every winter on the Red River at Lockport, Manitoba, once ice conditions are safe. Uh, it's all about promoting family activities. It gives families an opportunity to spend the day together, but then get a chance to hook a fish, take pictures of the kids with their fish. So it's a Illuminite brand fish house. It's got batteries in it. So it literally you walk in and you fish. It tells you to turn the heat up to whatever you want, and then you turn it back down to a set temperature. So it's always staying warm. Safety and education is a big component of it. Here's a cool picture. Like, how cool is this? I think one day down the road, I'd love to get involved and help support growing, maybe buy another one of these shacks or do more of this around other areas that don't have access to this type of thing. But I thought this was a pretty cool thing, so I wanted to spread the word about it. Nice job, Fred, and the Get Kids Outdoors nonprofit. Pretty cool stuff that they got going on there. All right. We did talk about this a little bit, but yes, the Humminbird Mega Live 2 is out. It is launched. It is available in some retailers. Shields has it right now, so I'll drop a link down below after this is over, and you can kind of see all the different places that have it. It'll be a link that'll go to a bunch of different retailers, and you can see who's got it if you want to buy it. But a couple of things that I want to caution you on. One, Shields is reputable. $14.99 is MSRP. It is going to be hard to find this on a sale deal right now unless you attend an event or a special show because it is just released. kind of like the boat show where I could get it 10% off, and I bought it for 10% off. So I got $150 off. Um, but you can buy it right here on Scheels' website. Cabela's current and Bass Pro Shops is currently sold out, and they are now estimated February 12th through the 19th for shipping of the Mega Live 2. Um, the Explore series, so these are the new screens that came out. These are more widely available, but these are now also available at a lot of different retailers. This is the one that I got, the CHO, so I didn't get an open water transducer with it because I'm intending on using it primarily just with that Mega Live 2, and I got the 9-inch, but they've got 10s, 12s, and the ones with the transducers available as well. Here's one of the warnings that I have for you. Fish USA, love Fish USA. I think they're great, but look out for these. $16.99. This is what it's been since they got them in stock. This is $200 over MSRP retail. I talked to Humminbird today at the show, and they were like, well, that kind of stinks. They shouldn't have done that. But they're selling this for $200 over MSRP, and evidently they sold out. So hopefully, if I can save somebody from just that maybe goes to Fish USA all the time and wants this, look elsewhere, because this is not the price it should be. You should pay no more than $14.99 plus tax and shipping if you don't get it on sale. This is ridiculous that they're charging you over MSRP for it. Disappointing in Fish USA, just trying to capitalize on that supply and demand. But, don't hate the player, hate the game, I guess, right? Marine General. So they've got a huge ice fishing sale. I'm not going to click in it, but I will have a link to it here if you want to check it out. The cool thing about Marine General is what I had told you. Hey, here's a phone number. Look at that. They are at the Minneapolis Boat Show, and they're the ones that have the 10% off just about everything. I don't know if you call and say, hey, I might have been at the Minneapolis Boat Show and they had a deal on this. They said that they were sold out at the show, but you guys might have more that could ship. Maybe you can get a deal. Again, don't tell them I said that. Don't tell them I sent you. But they've got some ice fishing deals available on their website as well. Scheels still has this available. I don't know if it dropped off sale or it stayed on sale this long, but it is available for shipping right now. This is probably, if you're looking to get into live scope, the best deal right now in terms of bang for your buck. Is it the best live scope? No, it's not. This is the LVS 32, but it is the best bang for your buck. Going up to the live scope plus from this will cost you, I think it's last I looked at a minimum was $800 more, but for $17.99 right now, you can get the LVS 32 plus the latest and greatest of the 9-inch screen from EchoMap, plus a bag, plus a shuttle, plus a like everything that you need to go hit the ice. Now, granted, will you probably want a better pole? Yeah, probably. Will you probably want a better shuttle and battery? Yeah, you probably will. But do you need it from day one? No. And this can get you out on the water. And this is cheaper than the Panoptix PS22 ice fishing bundle that is $2,000, which is crazy to me. But don't buy that. Buy this instead if you really want to stick with Garmin. And it's, of course, every component here is upgradable. So you can always upgrade piece by piece as you go as well. But wanted to drop this in here because this is still the best deal if you're looking to get into live scope. This was one of the best deals on Black Friday. So that's how good of a deal this is. So if you're worried about, is there a better deal going to be coming up? Highly unlikely. Just so you know, before they had this deal, the LVS 32 with the black box in the last 6 months has gone up to $1,500. So for $299, you're getting the screen, the battery, the shuttle, the bag, the pole, and everything with it. So it is a pretty good deal. All right. The Aftco Reaper Technical Sweatshirt, or also known as the Technical Hoodie. This thing looks pretty sweet. It is a hoodie. I'm in ice fishing mode, right, in my mind. So one of the things that I'm thinking about right now is like ice fishing gear, and like I love wearing a nice hoodie. I need to come out with some more hoodies on my website to be able to buy with some different branding and things like that. But I'm always looking out for good deals on some of the reputable brands. Aftco is, of course, a reputable brand. And I've heard a lot of really good things about this. It has a built-in kind of face covering. You can read all about it, but if you're interested, these right now are on sale. So like this is the large black I can get for $10 off right now on Frank's Great Outdoors. Depending on which one you go with, they've got a lot of different color patterns here and sizes. Depending on which one you go with, like if you're a medium, this is a good deal. 40 for this color pattern, $47.40. The only difference is the color pattern in size medium, right? So, about $10 off at all of them here. Otherwise, if you go to Amazon, on Amazon, they've got, these are about a buck or two less on some of the colors. So I'll leave a link to both down below. I prefer buying from Amazon because things just ship faster and it's easier to return if something's not right. But Frank's Great Outdoors is um, obviously a smaller business than Amazon, and so it's nice to support the smaller businesses too. But go whichever place has the better deal. That is my rule of thumb. If they're the same price, go with the smaller retailer or the one that's more convenient for you. All right, buddy heaters. Not going to drain this one, but there are a few deals going right now. The portable buddy by Mr. Heater, 68 bucks. My guess is they produced a ton of them and they're looking to blow them out right now. There's a lot of coldness in the country and in the continent. So whether you're in Canada, the United States, or anywhere else in the world that ice fishes, you can probably use one of these. This is my favorite all-around heater. Big buddy heater is awesome when you need a big buddy heater, but if it's just a smaller one-man flip over shack or it's not super crazy cold out, the compact reliability of the portable buddy is actually my favorite heater above Heat Hog, above all the other brands that are out there too. And it's my favorite size too. So $68 is a good deal. It is available on Walmart right now. For $2 more, if you'd prefer, you can actually get it from Shields. Again, I'll have a link to both of these down below. And then also, if you'd prefer, you can also buy it at Home Depot right now for that $2 more, same price as what you were able to get it from Shields for 70 bucks. So there you go. Those are those deals. One other thing that I wanted to call out here is if you are looking to buy it on Amazon, check this out. A lot of people don't know this. So this is the portable buddy heater on Amazon. Yes, it is on sale, 11% off, 74 bucks. Well, guess what? You may not know this, but in the big buddy heater and in the portable buddy heater, Mr. Heater makes two different versions. They make this general version, the MH9BX, and they also make this one, the MH9BX Massachusetts slash Canada. And this is $68. So remember, this one's 74, this one's 68. You may ask yourself, what is the difference? And the answer is some of the words on the box and in the manual. That is what's different. So there's some claims that can't be made on these units in the state of Massachusetts as well as in Canada. And so they came out with another unit that has the right language on it. And I think if I recall correctly, it is all revolving around indoor-outdoor use. They have to say it cannot be used indoor on this version, whereas on this version, they can say that it is indoor usable. So it's a safety thing. There is literally nothing different about these heaters other than the brand and other than the model. So keep an eye out for that. There's a lot of these that are available because a lot of people don't know that's the only difference. They're like, oh, I'm not in Massachusetts or Canada. Maybe I can't buy this. It's literally the same heater. And sometimes you can save money because companies will buy these to make sure that they're in stock. And then they don't sell through them because people don't know that they should just buy them. And so they end up discounting them more when it's honestly the exact same heater. So FYI, maybe it can save you a couple bucks there as well. Another deal that's going on right now, Vexilar still has their rebate going. It is it started back up on January 12th and it's going through February 10th on the FLX 38BB. This is the Pro Pack Elite. So you buy it for $799.95 anywhere. You don't need to buy it from Vexlar. You can buy it from Shields. You can buy it from anywhere. And then you do the mail-in rebate, and you get a $150 mail-in rebate, which brings it down to $650. All right. We got 3 questions that I just grabbed and pulled in here that we're going to chat through. So this first one is from a viewer named Jason, and he asked, "Is it possible to connect a Big Buddy Pro to a 100-pound tank? If not, why?" You can hook up a Big Buddy Pro to a 100-pound tank. Yes. You either need to screw it into the 1 pound propane hookup ports, which are intended for high pressure, and they have a regulator in them, so it will reduce that pressure. If you are using the if you are using the quick connect fitting, because the Big Buddy Pro has a quick connect fitting, you have to use a regulator, because there is no regulator for that pressure inside of the heater on the quick connect fitting. So make sure that you use a regulator if you're going quick connect. No need to use the a regulator on the tank if you are going to be going into one of the 1 pound screw in tanks, because those are literally regulated inputs that are going in. But yes, you can use the 100 pound. They don't advertise that you can. I think they say 20 pound, 30 pound, or 40 pound in the manual is as big as you want to go. That's because of portability and it's because of pressure differences. But I know a lot of people that have done it, and you are good to go. Those tanks can have a lot of pressure when they're full, and then they can run into issues where they don't have a lot of pressure when it's cold out and they're getting near empty. So um, they're also they're not very portable. And the idea behind like a Big Buddy Pro is portability. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully it helps. Second question was from Rich, a viewer named Rich. Watch the tutorial on setting up the core ice house. It looks like you don't have to do any banking because the frame sits on the ice. Did I see that right? That's right. Yeah, especially if you have, like, even a half an inch to an inch of snow, drop it right down. The frame seals all the way around, so you're not gonna get, drafting underneath, which is super awesome. I typically do bank a little bit just to make sure that little bit of wind that can maybe sneak around some of the inconsistencies, because ice isn't perfectly flat. So especially if you're on, like, an area that was, a little bit higher up, or somebody had drilled a hole there before, or there's a tire track that's the aluminum frame is sitting on a little wonky, you can create those kind of crevices and cracks. Now, if you have 6+ inches of snow, you're going to set it right down in the snow and it's going to seal up. So that's one of the great things about the design of the core ice house. Now, if you're getting one of their hybrids, their skid models, like the 6515 that I had last year, you have to bank in the front and the back, because the skids will be down on the sides. Your frame will not touch on the front and the back. So on those models, you do have to still bank, for sure. So good question. Hopefully that helped you out. And then the third question that we got here is from a viewer named Bobby. Another one on the Big Buddy Pro. If you leave it on high, will it make the electronics get too hot? I am going to answer this in 2 ways, because I don't know which way you're asking this. The Big Buddy Pro has electronics in it, right? Because it's got a battery and it has an electric igniter, and then it has the fan. Those won't get too hot. They were designed to be in the heater, so you're good to go there. In terms of what you have in the room, it could happen. Yeah. So, like, one thing that I typically do is I have a GoPro near the ceiling of my portable fish house when I'm kind of filming. In the things that are near the ceiling get the hottest, and sometimes they'll overheat and turn off. They don't get damaged though. But depending on what electronics you have in the space, anything that's close to it, directly above it, could overheat. So just keep them away. Blow a little fan up there, have a little air circulation. But typically, if you follow the dimension rules that are in the box, which if you watched, I'm not sure if I linked to it in the video with the Big Buddy Pro, but I've got another Big Buddy heater video on my channel where I talk about the clearances. So you have to have, I think, 6 inches of clearance on the back, and then like a foot on either side or something like that, and then like 4 feet above it. As long as you follow the clearances, you don't have to risk fire of anything overheating, even if you leave it on. So you're good to go there, Bobby. Hopefully that helps you out. All right. What other questions you all have? That is what we had planned for the show tonight. OTC Outdoor, the Sea-Doo pontoons are fun to drive and really nice. Have you've driven one? I would assume based off of your comment here. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos on them. Never been on one myself. Pretty sure Jay Siemens is running an Alumacraft. Yep. They're a cool look boat. That new outboard design looks awesome for more storage and usable space. Totally. Yeah. Well, they've got like the bump outs in the back, right? For storage and space. And it helps actually keep the back of that boat up. Which is kind of cool. What up, John? Another member of the channel. Here, fishy fishy. What's up, Gabriel? Grizzly says he loves Franks. Me too. They're awesome. I've bought a lot of stuff over the years from them. Before you wrap up, please tell us how you did in last week's fishing tourney. I'd have to go and look and see what I placed. I don't think I won anything. I don't know if they like wild cards or something maybe, but I don't think I won anything. I got stuck on there'll be videos coming out on it. So don't worry. I don't know if I'm gonna divide it into two videos, like a day one, day two, because it was a 48-hour tournament, or if I'm just gonna jam them all together. But I think in the clam attack, I got like seventh, I want to say, overall. I could be wrong. Maybe it was eighth or ninth or something like that. But overall, I think I was in the top 10, but I didn't get in the top three. If I would have caught, I kid you not, if I would have caught, I think it was a 24.5-inch walleye. That's all I needed. I would have won. All I needed was a 24.5-inch walleye. I was on the wrong lake in the wrong place at the wrong time. If any one of those three things would have been different, either a different time that I was targeting walleye, a different lake I was on, or um a different spot on that lake, I probably could have got one because I know that there was a 27.5-inch cutout on that lake in a very close spot to where I was just a couple of weeks before. So, like literally the last 8 hours of the second day leading up to midnight, I was just waiting in like 10 minutes before the timer went for the tournament closing for your last entry. I had a big fish on, decent sized fish. It would have been a 24-inch walleye had it not been a pike. So, you know, at midnight when the pike comes roaming through, when you're expecting a walleye to come and smack your shiner, it's pretty disappointing. But it was fun. I love the challenge. Being able to get out with my brother-in-law was pretty awesome too. But yeah, it was fun. We'll have to do more of them. Those are always fun to do. I'm planning on going to Lake of the Woods this week. Hopefully doing a live up there. Maybe targeting obviously walleye. But we'll see what we can get. You have to let me know. Do you want me to go live for the morning bite or for the evening night bite? What do you prefer? I know that the night bite can be slow up there. So it'll probably be more talking than anything. Hopefully finding fish as we're set up. But morning bite's more active, but you're going to get all those little small sauger too. So let me know what you think. When are you going to talk about the Ping Live? I'm hoping to bring the Ping Live out on the ice this next week. I still have that firmware update to do on it. It is just it has been so busy. There's so much new cool stuff out there. Between planning the videos, filming the video, getting the gear ready, filming, editing. I'm not complaining. It's just there's so much. Like if I could post like 5 videos a day, I would, but nobody would watch them. So I've gotta get it out there with the Ping Live for sure. So it is coming soon. It is coming soon. Appreciate the excitement around it that I can see here. Top 10 ain't bad. Yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah. 24 inches always a fish win, but you left your genie at home. Yes, 100%. Totally, totally. Well, thank you all so much for hopping on to the live. I know we were a little bit later than normal. If you're not already, I appreciate the comments on the channel, the likes, and the subscribes. It really means a lot and helps the channel grow. Comment down below. What do you want to see for future videos like some of you have already been doing? What questions do you have? What do you want to see on Lake of the Woods next week? I'm hoping to be out there for a couple of nights this week, towards the end of the week here. I think I'm going to go up Wednesday, stay until Friday morning. So let me know what you want to see. Do you want me to do tip-up fishing for pike? Do you want to see just a live stream targeting walleye? Let me know what you want to see, and hopefully we can make it happen. But until next time, take it easy We'll talk to you soon. We'll have another video hopefully coming out in the next 48 hours. See ya.